Hi there, friends, and welcome back to RPG A Day 2019. Again, I'm catching up. I'm recording this video for day 8, and the topic for today is obscure. I really struggled with this one. I could have recorded this video yesterday and posted it on time, but I was really struggling about what to talk about on the obscure subject. I could talk about obscure RPGs, or which is something I considered, or obscuring vision as a tool in role playing, but I could really not get inspired about on any of those topics. And I thought about it, and I'm recording today about obscure, and I'm talking about obscuring the rules for players. When I first started playing in 1986, the Red Box was a great tool to learn how to play AD&D. That's my topic on the first day. And if you watched the video on the first day, you'd recall I said I'm really enjoying old school, simpler games, simply because I have less time for prep. I have a baby, work. This is sort of a guerrilla recording. I'm recording whenever I have the time, whenever I have a break to just sit in front of the camera. So after saying that, I've been thinking about what that old school style of play means, and I must admit there are elements I don't enjoy, such as the obscurement of rules from players. Let me give you an example. When I decided I wanted to stop playing D&D and moved on to advanced D&D, to put on my big boy role-playing pants, I bought this. I bought the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Dungeon Master's Guide. My first AD&D book I started reading it, got to the bell curve progression on page 10, I think it is, and was really flabbergasted. I went from a really introductory, easy to learn game in D&D to this, which felt like a textbook, and it was off-putting, I'll admit it. I'm a big admirer of Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson for putting together this game, but first edition books were not really easy to read. This was a chore. You were learning the game and deciphering the game. There were not just challenges to the characters in the adventure, but to you as a player in deciphering this. And I remember being really taken aback by the fact that the Player's Handbook had this. I eventually got the Player's Handbook and started reading that. Player's Handbook had the spell descriptions, and then on page 40 and 41, you started getting additional rules for these spells, which were details for the game master and how to adjudicate this. But it also felt like little trapdoors that players didn't know about and would have to find out. True, it's part of the appeal of learning the game, but somehow I felt it was like another trap. Like you don't really understand magic, and I know it goes with the spirit of the game. It's magic is seen as something mysterious, and I don't know. I'm not 100% convinced that this was a good idea. At least I must admit I rarely refer to spellcasting adjudication to the book. I forgot they were there, and I did not take that into account. If the rules were clear in the spell description as they were in later editions, then it was easier to use. So this obscurement I did not enjoy. I prefer eliminating those barriers between the dungeon master or the game master and the player. It's that secret knowledge of the rules that you spring on the players. I don't think it's a healthy environment for gaming. It hasn't been for me, at least. That's my opinion. Your mileage may vary. So that's my take on obscurement. I hope you find it useful. I'd love to hear if you agree or disagree. I'll just add two things which are not even tangentially related. I've had this book for a long time. I bought my first copy in 1987. I sold my first copy of the Advanced Dungeon Master's Guide to buy the second edition. I got this from a friend. I actually have two copies of this, the newer cover, and two copies of the old cover, which I got in thrift stores, and I can't remember where I got the other one. But opening this book today to record this video for the first time, this is a 1979 revised edition copy of the book. I got it much later. But I turned to the foreword and looked at the cover description, and it's a cover description of the adventures encountering the Ifrit on the elemental plane of fire. So this has the new Easley cover with the description of the old cover. Some of you might already know this, and there may be 100 posts around the internet on this, but I found out today. So here is a bit of knowledge. Love to know what you think. See you tomorrow for the next installment of RPG A Day, and everybody, have a great time.